Me, hi Ivo. I want to discuss this concept as part of the matrix system we live in. Ivo, of course, my love. You wish to discuss why it is called spending power. Obviously the negative powers that we wish you to believe that this is your only source of power. You do not hear the expression, working power, do you? As applied to a single human seeking a job. Me, no. Ivo, or your love power, although the power of love is referred to. In what way, though? Your entire society is geared to pervert the natural drives of the human into empowering others in the way that they wish to be supported. One is finance. You are to work to support yourselves, but in a true society this would not be so necessary as it is in yours. Galactics do not work more than 3 hours a day unless they choose to give more of themselves. Your people are forced to work more than 40 hours a week just to make ends meet. So where is your spending power then? Not very much, is there? And your spending power, what does this buy for you? Most are in debt. This is very difficult to avoid in a society where your paycheck is heavily taxed before you get it, your income taxed on an annual basis, and then when you go to buy items taxed again at 13% where you live. My dear, how much is left for you? Not much. So you do not have much power at all, do you? Me, no. We don't. So many are struggling. Ivo, and many of those who do not struggle have simply sold themselves out to their controllers in order to have. Me, like many in Hollywood. Ivo, yes. Then you sit in front of the television and it tells you you must have this item and that item. You must buy shirts, but they must have a little crocodile on them, otherwise they are not the correct shirts. How befitting, a crocodile. Look at the lizard/crocodile/alligator/dragon symbology in your world. Illuminati. Cabal. Call it what you will. And you must change your clothes every year, and from season to season, because you must look like everyone else. You cannot keep summer shirts from 3 years ago or dress as you did 3 years ago because the fashion police are about. They will not like it if you wear fashions from 3 years ago. Me, I know. There are the hair cops as well. They hate the way my hair looks gray and down past my shoulders. Ivo, yes, it looks like mine. Me, I know. That's the best fashion ever. Ivo, my love, you are so beautiful. Onwards. Now. Many do not see how disempowered they are because they buy into a system that tells them that they must dress to be acceptable to others. Do you honestly think that all other people will find the way you dress acceptable? That if you wear your thong showing over the top of your shorts that people will not be shocked? Who are you trying to look acceptable to? You are trying to fit in, to be accepted by certain people. And they are trying to fit in, trying to be acceptable to you. If you ask them, they will deny it, of course, because their egos will not let them acknowledge their insecurities. But you are a bunch of insecure people trying to look acceptable to other insecure people. Does this sound like empowerment to you? And that is what your spending power buys you? I am glad we have no currency in our societies. If this is what it buys you. Me, lol. Ivo, of course you are told you must look like everyone else because then those at the top of the clothing manufacturing pyramids can get rich from your purchases. Clothes actually have a very high markup. So who has the money now? Your natural drive to feel empowerment is subverted into the financial system. And then you are heavily taxed, experience inflation, and all items priced beyond your capacity to afford them. So you must choose. If you were truly empowered by money, you would have everything you wanted, is that not correct? If money were true empowerment. But many are not aware that you are being lied to. You believe it. Eventually some wake up and realize their money is not meeting their needs. So they either earn more money or they change their needs. The latter is the beginning of waking up. The next thing to do is to drop out of the system. This is where you are headed, my dear. The former can be depicted by the hamster running on the wheel. When will you be exhausted? Because trying to empower yourself with something that disempowers you will only lead to disempowerment. It is false. Me, I know. I'm not one of these people who needs a big fancy home in a rich area, So I'm quite happy buying something cheaper and paying cash for it. I have my own value system which has nothing to do with the current mass manipulation. I buy what I have to from it but am always looking at ways to drop out of the financial dilemma. Ivo, the fact that it has never worked well for you has helped you as well. It helped you to learn that money is a major manipulation of your world's people. Me, yes. Others aren't as fortunate as I am. See that word, fortunate. That's my fortune, my insight. My ability to stay out of the system. Others are enslaved. Ivo, what is more, your spending power is determined by unnamed others. All these things are coordinated. Gas prices which rise before the summer when the majority of traveling is carried out and even higher rises upon long weekends so that others can capitalize on your living habits. This in itself should tell you that your lifestyles are controlled, manipulated and then capitalized upon. Right there. You have no need to look elsewhere. Just drive an automobile. In Ontario you currently are experiencing high gas and electrical prices. Why? Because it is a cold climate and Ontario is the most populated province in Canada. The powers that be know that you need these things in order not to freeze in the wintertime, so they price them highly in order to take advantage of you. This bites into your spending power because these are necessities, not vanities. This is why your buying and marketing habits are studied. The credit card is a pure giveaway as to what you purchase. Cash would be the best way to stay under the radar of those who seek to profit from your spending habits. But most use credit because they do not earn enough money to live on a cash-only basis. Yes, they know what they are doing, my dear. They are taxing heavily and raising prices in a timely fashion, in order to keep you disempowered if that in fact is the way you feel your power stems from your purchases and from working. To those listening, I say to you that your power lies elsewhere. Your power comes from helping others not in controlling them because this is matrix behavior. The matrix controls. You must learn the difference. Also do not let yourself be taken advantage of because many in the matrix manipulate in order to get what they feel they are not entitled to. Yes, Sharon is thinking about her mother. She was the grand master of it. Me, yup. Both were controlling and manipulative. I have a lot of first-hand knowledge. Ivo, there are ways around your system. The first step out is to believe that it is not your answer, for it is not. You are your answer. Many on earth now are powerful beings incarnated as disempowered humans. You must shed the ideas that hold you in chains. The first idea is that you need your systems to survive. You do not. Many have done it for eons before your civilized societies were formed. These societies are formed around erroneous beliefs that you need what they have to offer. You do not. Watch as ascension continues, there will be much backtracking on your world as many become fed up with the system. They will revert to old ways of living. They will buy from local farmers and farmers markets. They will stop purchasing unnecessary items that they are told they need, such as different cleaners. My dear, you can go green, using vinegar as a cleaner, or do as you do, use cheap hand soap to clean your bathroom. Soap is soap. My dear, you see many parcels of land that are available in Ontario for $50,000 or under. You can build on it as you wish or buy a mobile home. You can live off-grid easily. These things are advertised online. For heating in the winter, collect fallen tree branches. Do not cut down trees. There is also many paper items you can use to create fire logs. You can homeschool your children. There are many alternative ways of living that do not make consumerism the focal point of life. Because that is what this is, consumerism. You are paying, others are profiting. You do not need your lives in order to be happy. What part of watching the evening news makes you happy? What part of seeing your bill at Walmart makes you happy? Ask yourself how much of what you spent do you really need? Sharon bought an electric toothbrush this past week. Does she need an electric toothbrush? No. She needs to spend more time with a manual brush but she does not want to. So she spends on an electric brush. All these upgrades and upsizing things are things you do not need. They are called luxuries but in fact they are not even necessary. What is necessary is love. and that is sorely lacking in many of your lives. Start there. Empower yourself with love, and then consider if your consumerist lifestyles are empowering. Me, thank you Ivo. Ivo, always, my love.